Hello and welcome to a short video about our new rule section, rule engine, which allows you now to send webhooks and downlinks and multiple recipients of emails and SMS and stuff like that. So first of all, let's go into this device here and we open up the rule section and you see that there are no rules yet. So we are going to create a new rule and this looks completely different than the old and original rules engine. So we redesigned everything and it starts with setting up conditions. So you can set multiple conditions and in the conditions you can set the devices. There's a new device choose modal and you can set the field here. Let's simply take one of these fields and you've got now the option to set a time range. That means that you can set an average. So the rule triggers on an average. So from yesterday to now, it calculates the average. But you can also work with sums. So sums means that if you're working with a counter for energy, like the energy meters for LoRaWAN energy meters or any other counter, you can use that sum to trigger when there is a high energy consumption for that day or for 2 days ago up until now. Then you set the condition itself, so if it's equal to, less than, or larger than, you set the value, and you can set a hysteresis, which means the value, it has to fall down before the rule has to be, or the rule will be reactivated. So once you set that, you can set, as I just mentioned, a second condition, second device. You can choose different devices in here and you can really make or chain some conditions together. And then you can set the action. And here's one of the largest changes. First of all, it starts with downlinks. So we now allow sending downlinks or downlinks to be set or called when there is a condition or rise of measurements happening. So you can set a downlink here. Choose whatever downlink you want and you can set multiple downlinks in here, like multiple devices. Let's select a different device here. So this allows like having one moisture sensor to control irrigation valves, stuff like that. But there's also now the option to set a webhook, and this is a huge update because in that webhook you can define your own header and you can define the payload which you want to send in that webhook. So we also support some placeholders here, and we've got a template language that you really can return whatever you want and set the payload to the payload you need for your webhook, which you want to call. Next to webhooks, still the classic, there is email and SMS, but here's a difference between the improvement to the old rule engine. You can now set emails and you don't need those emails to be in your Datacake workspace as users. You simply can define any email here. This was requested by a lot of customers, and the same goes to SMS. You simply put in a number here and you can add multiple receivers here, and also here inside the editor for the message itself you can set the placeholders and you can still work with the same template language here. There's also rate limiting and branding, of course. If you have white label site, rules which are being created on your white label site are automatically sent from your white label site, but if you create a rule still on the Datacake platform, you can use the branding option here to set the white label site that you have, if you have different ones or just one. So this is the update of our rule engine, and one of the most exciting features is that the rule engine has now the option or the ability to call downlinks, LoRaWAN downlinks on any device, on multiple devices, and this allows creating some automation automation sequences like using moisture sensors and irrigation valves. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.